What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for watching another video. Today we're going to be working on the S3 again. I got something in the mail from EQT finally, and it's going to be just a little goodie, a little upgrade that has to do with the ignition system, and it is the coil grounding kit from EQT. Now, what this kit does is it eliminates the ground wires on the connectors on the top of the coil packs that are super annoying to remove every single time you need to do a spark plug change, or if you just want to check them. They get stripped out very easily, the bolts and all that whole system. You have to hold the bottom nut to take the top one off, and then the grounds are so fragile and they break very easily, and it can cause a lot of knock. It can cause a lot of misfires for people. So essentially what this kit does is eliminate it. These wires get plugged in into the back of the connector, and then you ground it to the car on the chassis side. They provide you with new screws as well right here, and the depinning tool so that we can take out the OEM ground. So I'm going to show you how to install this kit in today's video. Okay, so first thing, obviously we're going to be removing all of the grounds for the coils, taking the nut off, and hopefully I don't have to hold the bottom. I like to make sure I don't over tighten these so that I don't have any issues when I go forward. You don't have to overdo these, so there we go. And then I just remove each one by hand so that I don't have any sort of issue. Okay, so next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to pop all these connectors off, and then I'm going to open up these clips right here to expose all the wiring underneath so that we can actually depin the ground wire out of each connector. I like to use a little pick tool to help lift up these and then pull them so that it comes up. Just got to be careful not to break. Okay, so all the connectors are out of the coils now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop open every single one of these plastic connector clips right here that holds the actual connector in its place, and then it's going to expose all the wires here. I'm just, again, using a little pick tool to be able to go and remove each one. Okay guys, so now after everything has been taken out of the clips here and you have all the wires exposed, what you're going to want to do is the purple retaining clip on each connector. You could take a pick tool or small flathead and you're just going to pull it out like so, and you're going to do that for every single one, and that's going to allow you to depin the ground wire out of each of the connectors. So I'm just going to go ahead and take every single one out. Just be careful. It's very simple to pop out. Again, a little pick tool or a flathead is going to be your best friend to taking each one of these out like so. And now I'm going to show you how to depin each ground wire. All right guys, I'm going to be giving you a close-up of exactly what you're going to be doing and how to depin this. So for me, the depinning tool, that's going to be the one, is going to be the biggest one that EQT provides. They provide two more like these, but it's going to be the biggest one. You're going to take this and you're going to push it over the two metal pins there. You're going to push it all the way in. Keep going, and as you can see, the ground is going to pop right out the back, and now you have removed the ground out of the connector. We're going to do that for every single one, the same exact process. Okay guys, so for me it's kind of obvious how this goes, but I have the grounding kit right here, and it's going to be going from passenger side to driver side if you're looking in front of the car, and you're going to do the shortest one here all the way to the longest one. I think that's pretty obvious with how this is. You have from short all the way to long, and then I'll show you where we're going to ground off the end on the chassis side of the car as well. So we're going to be connecting all of these new grounds into each one of the connectors. Okay guys, so we're going to put the first connector in. Just be very gentle. Going to give it a little push. That's the first connector. Just going to go in. Just going to give it a little push. Yep, there we go. So we got the first one in there. Now we're going to work on the second one. Same exact thing. Just going to push, make sure it's going in straight. There we go, all the way in. Now the third one, same thing. There we go. You're gonna hear a little click when it goes all the way through. That's how you know it's good. And then last but not least, there you go. And you heard another click. Like I said, guys, you're going to hear a click on every single one. That's how you hear the little tabs on each connector go through, so you know that it's set up properly. So now all of this is set up, ready to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take every single one of these wires and I'm going to run it under all the original plastic connectors. I'll show you how I'm going to route that. What I recommend you guys do, just in case, just to make sure that everything is in all the way, give it every single new ground a slight tug. And if it doesn't pull out, you know that it's going to be all good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide these wires all under the OE connectors. So I'm going to put these in place, snap one side in, snap the second side in, and I'm going to do that for every single one so that kind of looks factory. There's so many wires that run under here that you really can't even tell that something weird is going on, to be honest. So we're gonna just close up every single connector, put it in place, and then it should be good to go. All right, guys, so as you can see, all these wires are ran under every single clip, and with the connector, everything is put back into place, like so. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the retaining tabs back into place. So again, we're just gonna slide them from left to right. So, one, two. It's gonna click like twice, guys. You're gonna hear it when you put that in. It's gonna go like click one and then go a little further for two. So if you get two clicks, you know everything is 100% good and seated properly. So 1, 2. Okay, now that every single one of the retaining clips is in, I'm just going to reconnect all the coils back because we are done with that. All the retaining clips are back in and they are good to go. And everything, 1, 2, 3, and then the last one. There we go. And just if one of these pop out, you could just push them back in, no problem. Okay, guys, this clip is going to be a little bit bright, and it's because I want to show you where the ground is, because in the dark it's hard to see with the camera. So I routed my wire all the way under all this stuff, the fuel line, the coolant line, and all that, and we're going to be using the ground that is right here, and that's going to be a 10 millimeter that you just remove it. Okay, that should come right off. This little nut. Perfect. And now what we're going to do, you're just going to take the new ground wire, we're going to put it right on top of there. We're going to take our nut, screw that back on, and then we're going to tighten this down so that it makes contact, like so. And now the coil grounding kit is properly grounded to a chassis bolt right here that the car gives you, which is really nice. I know, like on the Golf R and the GTI, there's like one that's right here, like right in front of the coolant ball. That's really good to use as well, which is really nice because they give you extra slots. On the S3, we don't have that, so we use this one right here that is on the passenger side on the front. Okay, guys, and last but not least, we're going to be removing the 4 OEM like screw nut combo that these cars come with, which again, I don't really like this design, which is why this coil grounding kit was invented. But I'm going to be removing each one, and we're going to be dropping in the new ones from EQT. So it's all nice and cleaned up. And just be careful with these guys because it happens to almost everybody, and I'm sure one of these days switching out spark plugs is going to happen to me. But these strip out, I mean, super easy, and then people need to re-tap them and use a Healy coil, which again, it's super common. Like, you could be the most knowledgeable, most careful, most mechanically inclined person, and these will still strip out on you. So it's not about skill with these, it's just the design from Volkswagen and Audi that is pretty, again, terrible in my opinion. So don't be afraid. Like, if it strips out, it's not a crazy big deal. Just gotta rethread it, or like I said, Healy coil is gonna be your best friend. in this situation. So that's going to be the last one. And final step, we're just going to drop one in each coil, one for each cylinder, and then we're going to tighten that up. Again, we don't got to kill them, we just want to snug them, and then maybe give it like one small turn. You don't want to overdo these because again, they can strip out very easily. There's one. There's two. Last one. 4. Again, everything is nice and tight, and this looks so much cleaner, guys. I love this much better. Alright guys, and just to go over everything so that you could see exactly what was done, just a little once over. So we got all the new screws inside of the coils, all of the wires I ran to the stock, like where all the stock wiring and all that stuff is behind, all the connectors for the coils, everything is nice and tight. I ran it down this way. I might try to clean this up a little bit actually, maybe to route it a little bit better, and then it gets grounded right over here. Again, it's a little hard to see in the dark, but the ground does run from here, and like in the other clip, there's the nut right there that you ground the wire to. So now we're going to start the car and make sure that it actually starts fine with no misfires and that the idling is fine. And as long as all that checks out, this will be a successful install. Okay guys, last but not least, we have to start up the car and make sure we don't have any faults or any misfires or any errors or nothing. Okay. Nope, so far so good. Car is idling well, like normal. I even have the AC on. It's a little hot out today, but no, everything seems to be good. Everything seems to be good. Let's go outside and make sure we have nothing weird. Nope, guys, perfect. Honestly, the car is idling very well, like normal. I actually rerouted the wire, guys, right off camera really quickly. I took it under here, under the fuel line, under the coolant line, and under the reservoir right here for the washer fluid, right on top of the motor mount there, and then I grounded it right here. So that's the way I decided to do it. It makes it look a lot cleaner, and I can have this out of the way. So if I need to add oil, doing oil changes, I won't have this interfere at all. I might even zip tie this off right here so that it doesn't move out of its place. But honestly, guys, like I said, it's much cleaner this way. And now we don't have to fight with the freaking double bolt, double nut thing for the coils. It's much easier like this, honestly. And it's a pretty simple mod that takes about 15 minutes, and honestly, it's very beneficial in many different ways. Guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I did want to apologize about something though, like with the quality and whatnot for today. The sun was very tricky, and it was like behind the clouds sometimes, then it would come out. So sometimes the camera will go like kind of dark and bright back and forth. Hopefully while I'm editing this, it isn't a huge problem. You can still see all the work that is going on while I'm filming, but I'm coming up or trying to come up with a better solution so that stops happening. So I've been switching between my iPhone and my GoPro and my Canon camera just to try and get like the best possible videos out for you guys. But I'm gonna have a better solution soon about that. But anyways, guys, this coil grounding kit is great. It makes everything a lot easier, and that's exactly what I wanted. I like to check my plugs a lot. I like to change my plugs frequently, and for me, it's just a hassle whenever like one of those ground wires just moves around and the nuts spin together. It's just annoying, and this way, you just got to remove one screw, do your job, put it back, and honestly, that's all it is. And another good thing is a lot of times those grounds like break, they're very finicky, and the good thing is that that could avoid a lot of misfires that people have and a lot of knock that people get because of bad grounding or stripped out, you know, screws that they don't know about because the screws are awful. So there's a lot of benefits to this coil grounding kit. I'll put a link down below in the description so you guys can go check that out, because honestly, again, the car's idling great. I'm gonna go give the car a rip and see how, you know, if I get any knock or anything like that, but it should be all good. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It lets YouTube know that I'm doing a good job. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.